Sis, why weren't you at your date tonight? Sarah made me go instead.
What? You went on my date. It was my date and I didn't want to go, so didn't it get canceled?
No, I went in your place.
What do you mean? Are you saying you went on my date without me?
Yeah?
That's hilarious. I'm sorry, but I guess that works out perfectly. You have been single for forever after all.
Okay, but Sarah did arrange it for you specifically. She seemed really disappointed, so I had to go. Don't you feel bad about skipping it? It was so awkward. I had no idea what to tell Sarah. I'm just glad the guy was nice. It could have gone so much worse. You've really messed up this time, haven't you? What were you thinking?
I know Sarah was trying to do me a favor, but what's the point in meeting some stranger? When I asked her, I was in a weird mood and just wanted a husband as soon as possible. But I did some thinking and I realized I'm not in a rush. You only live once, right? I don't even know the guy. He's probably some weirdo with nothing in common with me.
Aren't you being a little dramatic? It's just a first date. Come on, it's not like you're committing to anything long term. There's no rule that you have to go on a second date. I think you should have just kept your promise and went along with it.
Well, anyway, what kind of guy was he? Since it was a blind date, I bet he was totally ugly, right?
You're the one that wanted help finding a boyfriend in the first place. What right do you have to say that now? He was a regular guy. He could probably get a girlfriend pretty easily if he wanted one. I wonder if he only came along because Sarah forced him to.
No way! He was actually a decent guy? I guess that makes sense. Sarah wouldn't set up a date with any old weirdo.
You know, he was actually really nice and a great listener.
There are plenty of nice guys in the world, though. I bet he didn't actually have anything special to bring to the table. Anyway, I like hot guys. Guys who do music and stuff.
You mean you want a guy who's in a band like your ex?
I mean, I'd settle for someone who plays a background role. But yeah, I guess what I really want is someone who's the star of the show. A yuppie who wears a suit just doesn't really have the right charm, you know? That kind of guy would be really boring.
You spent so much time moaning about how much you want a boyfriend to the point that Sarah offered to help, but you're just too picky. I don't know how you expect to find someone if you don't put in any effort.
Whatever, stop judging me. Anyway, the kind of guy I'm looking for would never go on a blind date. I was planning on rejecting him before I even went, so what difference does it make?
Why did you ask Sarah to set you up with someone if you already knew what would happen?
I told you, I thought I wanted to find a husband. It's already happened. I can't go back in time, so stop having a go at me for no reason. You're worse than Mom and Dad. What makes you think you can tell me what to do?
Because I'm always the one who has to pick up your slack. It's not just a blind date. When we were in school, Mom and Dad got you a tutor, but you gave up and quit after 2 weeks. In the end, I ended up going to every tutoring session instead of you. I had to cancel my plans and do math homework every week, even though my grades were fine.
Oh, come on, it's not that bad. I mean, think of it this way. You're my little sister, so it's kind of like your job to take stuff I don't want. That's just how it's supposed to be. You seem pretty ungrateful for receiving my hand-me-downs. You got a date out of it. Isn't that something? Aren't you glad? You should be happy I give you these gifts. After all, a girl like you getting a date is pretty unlikely. Hey, sis. I was talking to Mom, and she said you're going out with a guy you met on a date. Don't tell me it's the guy from the date Sarah set up.
Yeah?
What? No way, you can't be serious. You actually got a boyfriend from a blind date. What are the odds? You were never really popular with guys, so this is really unexpected.
You're the one who wanted to try blind dating in the first place.
Yeah, I did. Then I changed my mind. I was mentally in a weird place back then. I just decided to try it in the moment, Then I realized it's 2023. Who still goes on blind dates? Why not just download a dating app or go to the club or something? I'm impressed you made it this far, though.
I don't see what's so weird. There are plenty of ways to meet someone. It's easier to trust someone your friend introduces to you.
Okay, but really? Come on. Imagine being such a lost cause you need your friend to set you up with someone. Sorry, this is the most hilarious conversation I've had this year.
It's a little weird how much you're laughing at this. You're the one who begged Sarah to set you up with someone. But yeah, I did meet this guy through the date you asked for. So, as weird as it feels to say this, I'm grateful.
See? You're getting the idea. Be grateful for the things I bestow upon you. You're such an adorable little sister. This is your first boyfriend in how long? If I'm remembering right, the last one was like 5 years ago, right? Have you seriously failed to get a boyfriend in all the time since then?
What does that have to do with anything?
Bingo! I was right. Believe it or not, I am happy for you. I didn't think you were gonna find a boyfriend before you hit 30.
And what about you? Aren't you worried about ending up single in your 30s? I bet you're regretting flaking on your date. You did say you wanted to get married ASAP.
It doesn't matter because after that, I got back together with my ex. And now we're so head over heels in love with each other. I stopped obsessing over the whole marriage thing. It's totally meaningless. The whole thing is pretty stupid. Who says you need that piece of paper to be with someone? Surely what really matters is that you love each other, and we do so much.
I see.
Also, it seems like this time he's finally gonna make his debut on stage. So I'm super busy helping him sort out all the details right now. You guys just have a different perspective on things. You can keep living in the past if you want.
Yeah, I get the idea. I think I've heard enough. Live your life however you want. It doesn't affect me. But I'm gonna live my life how I want, and I don't need you to judge me. Just try not to cause any more trouble for Sarah. You wasted her time and hurt her feelings.
I don't need to hear this from you. I have a boyfriend, so I won't need her to set up dates for me anymore. We're doing pretty well. I'm planning on moving out of Mom and Dad's house and living with him. I really hope this guy you're dating doesn't dump you for someone better looking. Good luck.
We're getting along fine, thanks.
Are you sure about that?
I'm pretty sure. We might have met on a blind date, but we hit it off and realized how much we have in common. Now we're taking our time to properly get to know each other.
Let's be real, though. Would an attractive, high-quality man agree to go out with you, though? There's gotta be an ulterior motive. I'm guessing he's a 4 out of 10 at best. Don't take this the wrong way, but a hot guy just wouldn't look right standing next to you. I guess it's good you found someone on the same level as you, though. Everyone deserves to find love after all. You better hold on tight and not let him escape. Who knows how long it would take for you to find a replacement? I need you to cancel your wedding.
What got into you all of a sudden? We've already told everyone about it. And we're in the middle of planning the ceremony?
That's nice and all, but I want to marry him instead. So hurry up and break up with him already.
What? Are you okay?
I'm not asking you, I'm telling you to break up with him and give me the wedding ring while you're at it.
Is this meant to be some kind of weird joke?
No, I'm serious. It's only fair.
You can complain all you like. He's my fiancé and I'm going to marry him. He's not an object. You can't just tell me to give him to you.
He was supposed to be with me from the start.
No, he was your blind date who you flaked on and never met until I started dating him. We got this far because we dated, got to know each other, and now we're getting married. It's already set in stone.
Shut up. You don't know what you're talking about. I planned on marrying him from the start. He's not yours, so let him go.
Even if you actually went out with him, you don't know that he would end up proposing to you.
You've got to be kidding me. You'd think he'd agree to marry someone as ugly as you, but he'd reject me. There's no way.
Wow, you really are confident, aren't you?
Anyway, just break up with him now. Also, give him my number, thanks.
I'm just checking. But you know the world doesn't revolve around you, right? You're so out of touch. Haven't you learned you can't expect everything to always go your way? Get it through your head. Matt is my fiancé and I'm the one who's gonna marry him, not you. I'm not letting you take him from me.
In that case, would you let him go if he said he preferred me?
What?
Yeah, surely you'd have nothing to complain about then. Naturally, he would choose me. It's like you said, he's not an object. He's his own person with a unique perspective. He should be able to do as he chooses.
I don't think it's likely that he would choose you, someone he hardly knows.
Are you sure about that? I'm so much prettier than you. I have a better job, I'm less boring, and there's just so much more going on for me. You're just no match for me in anything. I'm better in every way.
That's not how it works. It's not about being better or worse. It's about how compatible you are with someone and how well you know them. Let's say you actually got engaged with someone. Then his brother says all of a sudden that he wants to marry you instead. What would you do? Would you throw away your partner that you've gotten to know so well and go marry his brother instead? Are people disposable to you?
If his brother was better in every possible way, then how could I refuse?
Right. I guess I'm the idiot for asking, right?
Anyway, at least let me talk to him enough to get to know him a little better. When I came to say hello, I hardly got to speak to him. If I went on a date with him, I know he'd see how charming and gorgeous I am.
No way. You have no chance.
See, you know he would go for me over you any day. You're not confident in your relationship at all.
Get a grip. How selfish do you have to be to tell your sister you want to marry her fiancé? What's wrong with you? Are you aware of how ridiculous the things you say are? Or are you actually deluded enough to think that you're right? The cause of this whole thing is that you flaked on your date. It's not my problem you regret that. So no, you're not meeting him. I don't want you to talk to him ever again. Maybe you should do a little self-reflection and think about what you've done.
How dare you talk back to me like that? I'm your older sister. You have no right to stand there and lecture me. He's mine, so give him back. Don't make me repeat myself again.
I said he's not yours. You don't know anything about him and he's not interested. It's too late. Get over it. I'm not letting you cause any more trouble from now on.
Oh, yeah? If you're gonna take that type of attitude, I'll take things into my own hands.
What do you mean by that?
I don't need to go through you. I'll go and meet him directly by myself. I'll go meet him at his workplace.
You're crazy. What are you thinking? You're such a nuisance. Don't you have a boyfriend anyway?
Oh, him. I dumped that guy.
What? Why?
Yeah, I realized I'm not really into guys like that. He has no prospects. The perfect guy should be stable and earn a lot of money, right?
I can't believe all the things I'm hearing. You might be my sister, but I can't bear to keep talking to you. You're a bad person. And don't even think about going to Matt's office. It's not just him. You'll cause trouble for everyone around him.
Don't tell me what to do. I don't approve of your sham marriage. I'll do whatever it takes to stop it from going ahead. Hey there! How's your day going? Has anything interesting happened?
What on earth do you think you've been doing? You've been pestering Matt all day. You showed up at his work, went into a staff-only area, and looked through confidential documents. You're lucky they had security escort you out instead of calling the police.
I was just visiting. I didn't see a list of rules prohibiting that anywhere.
The sign literally said staff only.
Oh, sorry, I guess I didn't have my glasses on. Oopsie. That's their fault for making the text so small anyway.
You didn't see the big red sign saying staff only with a no entry symbol?
The right.
But your vision was good enough to watch someone else press in the key combination for the door into his shared office from 10 meters away, then type it in yourself after they left.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I have the CCTV footage. I can send it to you if you'd like. You're lucky Matt told them not to call the police because he thought it was unnecessary. If it was me, you would have spent the night in a cell.
What a turn of events this is. What kind of a society do we live in where a woman can't visit her brother-in-law at the office to wish him congratulations on getting engaged? You're so heartless.
Also, do you think we don't know it was you who left deep scratches all across the left side of his car?
Hey, that's quite an accusation there. If it's not on camera, it didn't happen.
You realize that's a company car, right? Matt could have gotten into trouble for that. Luckily, they believed him when he said it was you.
Well, I guess that's just karma for acting so cold towards me. I didn't do it, though. If you have evidence, feel free to show me.
I told you, stop following us around. We don't want anything to do with you. Stop waiting for him at his office and our house. This is your last warning. If you keep doing this, I'm going to the police.
All right, geez, no problem. I'll leave you two alone. Don't worry about it. Hi! I have some really bad news for you. I hate to break it to you. It's really heartbreaking. I don't know how to tell you this, but I don't think you'll be able to get married today. Someone snuck into the wedding venue and totally ransacked it. It's in such a bad state, I don't think you'll be able to have your ceremony today. I hate to say this, but maybe it just wasn't meant to be. You did steal my man after all. I guess this is what you get for refusing to cancel the wedding. Like I mentioned before, it's just karma, you know?
What are you talking about? We already had the wedding.
Wait, what? It's over.
Yeah, we got married last month.
No, it's today, isn't it? It's definitely today. That's what Mom said anyway.
She wasn't talking about my wedding. Today is her cousin Emma's wedding. What do you mean someone ransacked the venue? You're not joking, are you? Are you seriously telling me you ruined Emma's wedding?
Why do you assume it was me? I just happened to walk in and find it in that state.
This isn't a joke. Are you stupid? Aside from this being morally wrong, did you really think you wouldn't get caught? They have security cameras outside the building. If there was no one else there, it will be obvious you did it.
Oh my God. What do we do?
I knew it. It was you. And what do you mean, what do we do? You did this, not me. Contact her now and apologize. What on earth were you thinking?
I thought it was your wedding.
So it would have been okay if it was my wedding. You're despicable.
How could you not invite me to your wedding? I'm your sister. This is your fault.
Of course I didn't invite you. You're a terrible sister. I can't believe I'm related to you. You tried to steal my husband. Then when I told you to stop, you started stalking and harassing him. You're a criminal. Why would I invite someone like that to my wedding? I can't remember the last time you did something nice for me.
I did that because you wouldn't give him back. It's all your fault.
You brought this all upon yourself. How long are you going to keep acting like a child and passing the blame to someone else? Oh, and now Mom just contacted me. They had to put the wedding on hold. All because of what you did.
Hey, you're not going to tell her it was me, are you?
Obviously, I already told her. What you did is a crime. Do you really think I'd help cover for you? You vandalized a public venue. You're gonna have to pay compensation for ruining the ceremony and causing damages.
But come on, it's Emma. She's an understanding person. I'm sure she confided in her heart to forgive me.
Are you kidding me? There's no way she'll forgive you. You ruined an event that's supposed to be once in a lifetime. You think you can do something so shocking and upsetting and just walk away without any consequences? You know how bad what you did was. You ought to feel pretty awful.
Please help me, sis?
How?
You're good at talking. Please just tell them something. This all happened because of you anyway, so it's the least you could do.
Don't make me say this again. The only person at fault here is you. You pestered Sarah to set up dates for you. She tried so hard for you, and it was all for nothing. You wasted her time and effort and flaked on your date after everything she did for you. Then you had the nerve to tell me to give you my fiancé. You stalked and harassed us. And now you committed vandalism. No matter how you look at this is your fault. Stop trying to turn it back around on me.
I don't deserve this. All I wanted was to go out with the guy who was supposed to be my date from the start.
Well, it's your fault that you messed it all up. You can't keep blaming others for your own actions. Grow up and take responsibility. I don't want to hear your pathetic excuses anymore. In any case, you only told me to let you date Matt because your ex-boyfriend dumped you, right?
What?
I saw a poster for his band. He got married. You took out your anger on me and told me to let you marry my fiancé because you were jealous that I was getting married while you were still single.
No, you're wrong. That's not what happened at all. I wasn't serious at all. Learn to take a joke.
Yeah, of course. This isn't my problem anymore, but just go ahead and take responsibility for your own actions. Mom and Dad are talking about cutting ties with you. And me too, of course. You're a terrible person, and I don't want anything to do with you.
Wait. What should I do? What's gonna happen now?
I don't know. It's your problem. Think about it yourself. At the very least, your family are going to cut all ties with you, and you'll be kicked out of the house. You'll also have to pay compensation for destroying the ceremony.
This is so unfair. I just wanted to get married. That's all I wanted. All I wanted was to get married. What did I do to deserve this? You're nothing but a traitor.
Your actions have consequences. Now you're gonna face those consequences. Don't contact me or my husband ever again. Thanks for flaking on your date a year ago. Since you kindly gave me your hand-me-down, I've been really happy. Consequently, my sister was kicked out of her parents' house and had to pay some hefty fines. The damages she had to pay to her cousin in the wedding venue totaled to about $50,000. From that point on, she worked hard to pay it all off. She also started posting abusive comments about her ex-boyfriend on online forums. I heard that in the end, he sued her for defamation. She even contacted her parents and asked them for help. But neither of them wanted anything to do with her, so they blocked her number. Me and my husband filed a restraining order against her to make sure she'd never set foot anywhere near us again. I got a new phone number and haven't heard anything from her since. Since I got married, I moved to a new house and my husband changed jobs, so I don't think my sister will be bothering us anymore. She was always a selfish and narcissistic person, and as she got older, nothing changed. While I kind of feel sorry for her, she's one of the worst things to ever happen to me. It's embarrassing that I ever considered her a part of my family. If she ever tries to get close to me again, I won't hesitate to shut her down and send her packing. It's kind of unbelievable that I met my husband because my sister canceled her date with him. We hit it off from the start and everything just fell into place. It's all thanks to my evil sister that I met such a kind, honest man. While I don't like thinking about it, I really am grateful to her in a weird way. It might sound cruel, but after having gone through so much trouble, it feels good to know that my life is going better than my sister's. Unlike her, I'm going to be grateful to those around me and live a happy, honest life. I would never want to become a selfish person like her. Thanks for watching. Let us know what you thought in the comments section and don't forget to like and subscribe.